Hi, you're very welcome. And in this video, what I want to look at is how you would allocate a payment or receipt if you're in a non-profit situation. Okay, so over here you can see I have, as they say, some I prepared earlier. Okay, so I got the dates, I got the names, I got the documents, payments, all this other kind of stuff on it, right? And what I want to do basically is I now have this new one which I've marked over here, and I need to enter this into my system. Now I've kind of got a check up here that basically says once I've entered an amount and then allocated it, assuming that the amount that's here and what it's been allocated against are the same, this will return 0. So that's what I want to be aiming for. So here I go for the date. I'm just going to go for the 1st of February. And again, we're using the DDMM setup, so it's going to be the 1st of February. From the drop down, I'm going to choose grant provider 3. Okay, and I've got my lists set up here on this list sheet, so you could actually kind of use this list sheet as the basis for your drop downs. Okay, the document number is 2921. Okay, and the payment scheme is, let's say it could be, in this case, it's going to be arts, which again is picked from the drop down. Do I have a memo? Check with Celia about this. Sort of a memo to self, as they say. Now the total payment amount, let's move it across here a fraction, is 23580. So just enter that 23580. Okay. Now this needs to be allocated across 2 projects, which in this case is going to be 8900, and that's going to be allocated to project 2. Okay, and it's going to be under the heading for repairs. Right. And if, for example, it let's say this was actually over, let's say, multiple expense categories, you just basically would enter another line for it and just leave the amount here, put in another project, and then the details here as well. Okay. And if you notice up here, this is now kind of showing me what the difference is. Then I click here underneath it. Okay, and I know it's going to go to project 2, which is my repairs, and this time it's going to be for rent. And there I have it here. Okay. Now, once you've got this entered, and you see there, I'm now know that everything's been allocated because this has actually gone back up to 0. Now, what I could do at this point is that if I wanted to get a summary of the payments, for example, by, let's say, grant provider, or by, let's say by grant provider, for example, I could go here, and from this, I can construct a pivot table, table design, summarize a pivot table, go here. I'm just going to drag name down here. I could drag date across into my columns, and I could put my total payment amount down here. Okay, and you can see there's one here where I have a blank, so let's go back here and see where I have one here. Okay, and I will have some blanks here. Let's say, where are there any blanks? Oh yes, this one here, I might put that for grant provider 3 as well. Okay, and when I make a mistake, just go back here. I'm going to call this grant provider summary, and I can do a right click and refresh. All right, and there we go. And then if I want to format that as currency, right click, value field settings, number format, currency, OK, and OK. All right. Obviously, then if I make any changes to this in whatever way, and this will always, update accordingly. Okay. So I hope you found this useful, and as always, mind yourself, and hopefully I'll see you in another video. Take care. Bye.